Hi guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. This time we're gonna look at all the products that I've used up in the month of April. As you can see, there's not a lot of products, but I can promise you there was a lot of work behind using these products, so I hope it's okay. I think there's gonna be more next month, I think, but I'm not completely sure about that. I've been using a lot of products lately that have that are in like a bigger bottles, so it's kind of harder to actually use something up, but I'm trying. First of all, thank you for being here. It's really nice to have you here. Something about me, I have combo skin. Right now it's a little bit more oily when it's like hotter outside. I'm very light, as you can see. I like to play with eyeshadows. I don't really wear foundation a lot, and I try to keep my skin in check because I sometimes get acne, so I try to use things that don't trigger my acne and that are really good for healing it. So that's kind of a little quick preview. And we're gonna start with the skincare. First of all, we have, I'm gonna take it in the order of how I use it, in the order of my skincare routine. So first we're gonna look at this Clinique Take the Day Off cleansing balm. This is great to take off your makeup, especially like waterproof makeup and eye makeup like mascara or eyeliner. It's a cleansing balm, so it has like thick solid consistency, and then you melt it in your skin, between your fingers, and it becomes like kind of oil, and it's really easy to take all the makeup with it, all the makeup off. This one is my second bottle of this. It's pretty small bottle, but I really like the consistency. I know they make bigger bottle of this, but it's kind of expensive, but I really like it. It's so soft, so silky, it takes everything off so quickly, and it doesn't irritate my eyes, or it doesn't get in my eyes. And it's just such a pleasant, quick, easy experience. So once in a while I buy this smaller bottle, and I use that for a bit. So this one is great. As I said, I've repurchased that, and I really like this. I wish it wasn't as expensive, but other makeup balms that I've tried either are too thick, or sometimes I get a little bit of staining in my eyes, or like they can burn around your eyes a little bit, or sometimes they're just too oily, too sticky. You know, it's hard to find consistency that really works for you, and a formula that really works for you, and this one is amazing, and I really like it. So would recommend, especially if you're trying the like double cleanse method and trying the cleansing balms. I think this is a great place to start. Then we have this Decay Clean Lab AC Dew Calamine Moisturizer. This one I absolutely love. First of all, it's pink bottle, so that's great. It's a Decay. It's a Korean skincare brand. They have a lot of things. I also have cleansing oil from them, and I think a toner. This moisturizer is amazing, and I'm kind of tempted to buy it again for the summer because it's very jelly like moisturizer. There's a lot of it. This is, I think it's like 120 milliliters, so it's quite a bit. It's like half, it's like twice as much as normal moisturizers. It has a little pump, and it is such a lightweight jelly formula that really hydrates your skin. The skin is very glowy afterwards. It doesn't feel sticky or oily. It's really good if you have oily or combo skin type. it definitely doesn't feel heavy. It dries immediately, and I didn't feel like I'm oilier after this. And it was great during like February and March, because I had this period of time where I just got a lot of acne, and I had a lot of like pimples, and there were small like hormonal ones. And I think this really helped to calm the redness and kind of help the skin to heal quicker when I was trying to get rid of those. So this one was amazing. And I think the consistency is perfect for summer because it's really calming, and also the gel is very cold on the skin. So if you like to have something like really cold, if you like to cool your skin down during summer with your products, this is really great. You can even put it in the fridge, and then it will be extremely nice and cooling and calming. So yeah, this one is great, and I think I will buy it again. I think it's great, and I think it also wasn't as expensive considering how much of product you're getting. And I love that it's pink. I know it's stupid, but I really like it. And then we have this Neogen Dermatology A Clear 8 Intensive Blemish Care. So these are like the blemish patches, spot patches. There are 2 different sizes, so there's 12 patches in the 12 millimeter size, and then 12 patches in the 10 millimeter size. So you can choose based on the size of the pimple. These are amazing. They stick really well to the skin. You don't have to worry about it falling out, especially during the night. They really heal the pimple very quickly. Sometimes these patches can also irritate you a little bit, but I haven't noticed anything like that with these, so this is great. I also sometimes use them on my back because I also have back acne. For me, it's really important to have those and protect those pimples, because I have a couple scars on my back from that. So definitely recommend. I know you can get like cheaper versions of these with a lot more pieces of the patches there, with a lot more patches there. But as I said, sometimes those can really irritate your skin, and I think these are amazing. They don't irritate you, and they're really great for healing, so I would recommend it. And then we can go to makeup. So first off, we have this L'Oreal Pro XXL Extension Mascara. If you watch my TikTok or Instagram or like the shorts here, you know that I've used this lately almost all the time in my Get Ready With Me's. This is the type of, this mascara has like 2 sides. So first you use this like smaller wand. That's really good to really separate the lashes and elongate them. And then to give them the fullness, you use the second part, and it has this like curved wand. I like that it doesn't have to, that the bristles aren't too long, because sometimes you can poke your eyes a lot. But what I didn't like about this one is that it has these fake hairs in the second part of the mascara. I don't know if you can see that, but there are little like hairs that are supposed to help with the fullness of the lashes, but honestly all that it does is that it gets into your eyes, and it really hurts there. So I don't like that, but I want to try different types of this mascara. I know that you have different options with this particular line. There's some that's more volumizing and some that's more lengthening and some stuff like that, so I want to try the others as well. But this one I hated the added like hairs. That's my only complain. Otherwise my lashes looked really nice. They looked long, they looked like they have a lot of volume, and it did help with the separation. And the first half of this is really amazing for lower lashes. Like, it was so easy to coat my lower lashes. So this one was really nice, and I want to try the others from this line. Also, this one lasted a really long time. I was able to use it 51 times, which usually the mascaras run out after like 40 uses or stuff like that, so this definitely lasts you a lot longer. One thing that was really annoying was that you had to put the first part on your lashes and then remember to immediately put the second side, the other side of this, because if your lashes would dry after the first half, after the first coat of this, then it would be really hard to get the second coat with the other side. So that was a little bit annoying, because I'm used to do one lash, one eye, second eye, and then go in with the second coat. So this was kind of complicated for me to get used to it, but otherwise it's a really nice mascara. Then I have this Dermacol Matte Black eye pencil that you can use in your waterline. Dermacol is Czech brand, and I am from Czech Republic, but I've found out that you can actually get it like in a lot of countries, or I think they, on their website they say that they are sold in like 20 countries or something. I suppose that's mainly in Europe, but let me know if you've heard of this brand and if you can get your hands on this brand, because I always assume that it's just here where I live, and because we're such a small country, I didn't even thought that they would get outside of Czech Republic. So definitely let me know if you can get this. This eyeliner was interesting. I don't use, I'm not the type of person that would use my eyeliner to like draw it on and then smudge it out, and I think that's how you're usually using a black eyeliner pencil if you're doing like a wing liner. So I don't do that. I only use it in my waterline, and for that this was a little bit too creamy. I understand that if you want to do like a winged liner and you want to use pencil for that, it's probably better because it's easier to draw with it and then you can smudge it. But for a lower lash line, this wasn't good because it was so creamy, and because you have a lot of water in your lower lash line or around it, it would just get smudged really quickly and it would kind of bleed out from your outer corner, and I would get like black streaks in there. So I don't know how to review this because I guess it's supposed to be used differently than what I've been using it, but I'm not good at using pencils to do eyeliner on my top lid. I'm not good at it. I need something that's liquid and dries up quickly. I'm not very good at like smudging it. It always looks very dirty and weird and undone, and I know that's usually how you want to have it, but for me that's just not how I do my makeup. So this was a little bit disappointing, but I guess it would be really easy to draw with it. There's just a little bit left, and it's so little that if I was to sharpen it I wouldn't get anything. But just to show you, it draws, you can draw with it very easily. It's very like creamy, and you can smudge it out. So also if you do like the smoky eye with pencils, you can do it with this. I don't wear looks like that. Also because it's so creamy, it broke so many times on me. So even when I would try to sharpen it, usually it would like snap in half, and I would have to start sharpening it again. And after a while, I actually, instead of using a pencil sharpener or like, you know, sharpener, I would just sharpen it on the back of my hand. Like I would kind of I would align it on this like angle, and I would just go around all sides to get like pointy edge. This is probably a very stupid idea how to do it, but honestly every time I would try to sharpen it, it would break. I don't know if I have wrong sharpener or if this is just too creamy, but yeah, that's my review of this. Hope that was helpful, but honestly I don't know. And then another liner is this NYX Epic Wear waterproof like ink liner, or I don't know. This is in the shade white, or in the color white. I used it quite a bit last year around like spring and summer, because I just like to have those graphic liners around spring and summer, and I wanted to have white liner because I feel like every other liner, every other color, you can use your eyeshadows, even for black, but white is pretty hard. Now I actually bought like a pot liner in white that's like water activated, and so I don't need to keep this anymore. And also because I had it for like a year, it's definitely not very safe to use. It kind of smells when I open it. It smells like acrylic paint. And one thing that I really hated about this is the brush, because it's pretty like round and thick brush applicator that has like individual hairs. So like if you want to do like big lines with it, sure, but like doing something really small is pretty hard, and it kind of skips, and it dries really quickly to this like chalky consistency. So if you can do the eyeliner in one motion, it will already be dried when you try to put a second coat, and then it will kind of get messy, and it definitely has this like acrylic paint consistency that's not really what I like to use. I guess if you have very even lids or like even surface where you can just swoop it and be gone and be done with it, sure. But as I said, I have hooded eyes, so for me this is too hard to use, and since now I have the water activated liner, there's really no point for me to use it. It was fun for a while, but honestly for me, I had to use different brush with it to even be able to use it, and I don't like the consistency. It's a little bit too thick for me, and sometimes it would dry down and then I would do something and the liner would start to kind of crumble up, and that's also not very cool. Like it's too thick and you can actually feel it on your skin, so this one I don't recommend. I definitely didn't like it. And then the last product, this took me so long to finish it. This is the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. It has been on my project ban for the past 2 years. I hoped I'm gonna be able to use it up by the end of last year, but I wasn't, so here we are. I bought this like 3 years ago, so it's definitely on the older side. And I bought it, it was already out for a while, like it wasn't new when I was buying it. But I just wanted to try it because that was the first time I like was able to afford something a little bit more expensive than typical drugstore brands, and also I wanted something colorful because at that time I was using mostly like neutrals or like very soft colors, so I wanted something that's a bit more colorful and also goes a little bit darker. I actually had this Naked Cherry, and I also had the Naked Honey around the same time. I already decluttered the Naked Honey because I just wasn't using it, and also I started using a lot more colorful eyeshadows, so for me that one was too neutral. I also had the Cyber palette, but I think I only had it for like 4 months and then I was bored with it. So this is the only one that actually stayed with me. As you can see, it's pretty like, you can see I was using it a lot. At one point this was the only palette that I was using, and it was my favorite palette because it had those really beautiful like peachy pinks and a really beautiful shimmers, and for a while this was genuinely the best palette that I had and I could ever have, but because I didn't have that many palettes and I was using this every day for like 4 months straight, lately it's been kind of really boring to use it, and I think I just overdid it with this palette, and I should have maybe not used it as much to not get bored of it that quickly. But last year I just decided to finish it up because I had a couple pans on this already, and I just thought it would be a cool project to find how many uses you have in this, how much this formula actually lasts, if it's worth it to buy something, because Decay, it's not expensive but it's also not cheap, it's kind of in the middle, and the fact that it's usually on Sephora or something definitely doesn't help with the price. But here's how it looks like. I say I finished it, but as you can see there is 2 shades. Also, sorry that it's so dirty. There is 2 shades left. I made a very clear statement in my project pan video that I'm not gonna use those 2 shades. I hate those 2 shades. They look dirty, they look ugly, they are this kind of like, they have this bronzy undertone that looks really dirty on me, and I don't like those. So we're gonna pretend that this has only 10 shades and not 12. And as you can see, I've used up those 10 shades, so it's used up. This palette was so hard to use up, like it took me so long, and at one point I was just like, I'm not gonna do it, I'm just gonna throw it away, and that's it. But I was able to actually pull through and somehow do it. Lately I haven't been using it on my eyes, but instead I used it as nail polish. I would like mix it with my either transparent or white nail polish, and I would make my own color, and I would mix my own color with this because the matte started to be really dry and patchy and crumbly and dusty and just not really fun to use, and the shimmers are already kind of finished a while ago because they're just easier to use. So yeah, the mattes I actually finished up on my nails instead of on my eyes, because also just I tried to use this palette a couple weeks ago on my eyes. That was the last time that I used it on my eyes, and it didn't perform the way that I remember it performing. And this is supposed to last you 2 years. I had it for 3 years, so that's not that much longer. Usually palettes can last you a couple years after its like expiration date, but this definitely changed the formula, and it was so hard to use it, and it was very patchy and very just dry. But I was able to use this palette 254 times, which I think is quite a lot. If you want to see a full like review and analysis and like all the numbers and statistics of this palette, there is gonna be a video about just this palette. It's gonna come out after this video, but it's gonna come, so if you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe to do not miss that video, and I'm gonna give you all the numbers and everything. But yeah, I'm just really happy that I'm finally getting rid of this. It's actually second palette this year that I was able to completely use up, so I'm so proud of myself that my project pan is going strong and that I'm able to do it. Let me know if you have this palette and if you've also hit pan on this, or if you've used it up. I would definitely want to know what you thought, and if you have it for 3 years or longer. Let me know if your is still working good, or if your shadows, especially the matte shadows, also turn kind of patchy and dry and very uncomfortable to wear. I would definitely want to know if it's just my palette and if I did something wrong with it, or if it's normal for this brand, because I've never had their palette for that long, so I don't know if this is normal for this, if this is normal for them. So definitely let me know. Let me know if you've tried any of these other products. Oh my god, I almost forgot. I had this Etude House Sunprice Mild Airy Finish Sunscreen. This is the SPF 50 PA++++. This is a great sunscreen. It's very, as it says, airy finish. It's very light. It's like fluid sunscreen. It's Korean. It has this nice applicator. You have to shake it before you use it. It has this like ball inside to really like whip it or some, and create the best consistency. The only thing I don't, it's really easy to use. It's very soft and silky on the skin. It almost feels like primer on the skin. Like it really smooths it out, and I actually used it. When I used it, I didn't wear any primer on my face, because this just gives you such a nice texture on the skin. It's really easy to, it feels really great on the skin. It has this like satiny finish. It doesn't burn your eyes or something. You can use it on your eyelids as well. The only shame about this, it's very white, and like I have the complexion of Casper the Ghost, but it still left white cast on me, which is kind of surprising. I know that Korean or like Asian sunscreens usually do that, but for me and for how light I am, I usually don't have problem with it, and that's why also I use them. And also, as I said, my face gets oily, so that's another reason why I like the Korean sunscreens. They usually can handle that, but this gave me white cast, and that's kind of really bad, because I feel like if I have a white cast, then everybody is gonna have white cast with this. You would have to be translucent. You would have to be like half translucent to even... I don't think humans actually exist in lighter shade than I have. I'm kidding, like you can be lighter than me, but not much. Like I'm very light, so yeah, this is kind of really a shame, because I really love the consistency. But I think they also have like color options, you know, like those tinted sunscreens. I think they also have this as a tinted sunscreen, where you can pick your shade. So I'm gonna look into this, and if I can find it in other shade than the classical like white, if I can find it as a tinted option, I will try that, because that could be really nice, and I really love the consistency. And if that also had some tint in it, I think it would be perfect, like makeup and sunscreen in one. But just as a sunscreen, with this like regular sunscreen formula, it's too white. It literally, like, I was kind of sad about it. I used it mainly in the end of winter, so that's when I'm the lightest, and I didn't had that much problem with it, because honestly I'm white anyways, so it wasn't that much of a problem. But during the summer I would definitely hate this, because I would look like a ghost. So yeah, that's it. Now it should be everything. I hope you liked this video. Let me know if you've tried any of these products. Definitely let me know what you think about this Naked Cherry palette, and I hope I will see you here soon. I will try to post at least once a week, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that right now. Anyways, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're enjoying the nice weather. And I hope you're getting ready for summer. That's it from me. Have a great day and bye.